like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters. I make a lot of new money. When it's not savers. You be liking my flavor. I think it's cars. Ice in the rest. On the rest. On the rest. Watch out for that. I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. Ice in the rest. Ice in the rest. Ice in the rest. Ice in the rest.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then you out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Ready?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Check 31, check 31.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, check. Lefty, lefty. Set. Switch. Let's fly two, let's fly two.
The give to Taylor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check three, check three, check three. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run with Taylor. And an alley to run. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
He'll return it from the 6. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Jones going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check your hot read. Hey, 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 hey. Joker, 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 Joker. Kill, 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 kill. Hit it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Go, 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 run, run, run.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. And an update from our nation's capital in D.C. The Raiders are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, Charlie. Number 53, Mike 53. Lion. Rush in. Rush in. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Win. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st down, Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Barkley. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Provide a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
25, check 25, check 25.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's going to be a long day. Check 9. 6-6, pull it high.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Go. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
53's the mark. 53. Man 5-7. Hey, wahoo! Any day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check safety. General West.
Back to throw. Jones. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, empty.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Double time. Hey, Delta. Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And it's caught. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Collins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Here. Hey, 74. Mike 51. You got nothing today.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Check 26. Hatch it. Watch that.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to...
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6, and the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Got it.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Now.
Watch the motion. Check 93's the mic.
Five.
Jones going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wentz going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
On first down, Wentz. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
65. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Ready? Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Go.
Looking to throw. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Go. Speed grip.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Lion. 53. Check 53.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, check. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Mike 5'9",
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Sweetie. Black. Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Wall. Get wall. 53's
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check the backer. Tight dog. Show it.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's where you belong. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jones operating from the gun. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
On 2nd and a yard, Wentz. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and 2, Hopkins gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 27 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Sunday. You. Hey, Alpha. Go on, D. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Back to throw. Wins. Now a desperation throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Hey, rip on 2 on here.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Go.
It's a party now. It's a party.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get it. 18 Gator. Here we go, D. Here I come. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
From the gun, Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, high 7. Here we go. Check.
On 4th down, Hopkins. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. This is Barkley. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Smooth. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Blue down, blue down. Snap.
Back to throw. Hopkins. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off. Hey, Charlie. Let's get off the field. Ready?
Throwing again. Hopkins looking for his running back, and he's got him. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Set X3, 218, chopper. Switch. Switch. Watch out. Get it.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. 50, plant. Switch up. Greystone, travel. Come on, switch it. 5.
On 1st and 10, Hopkins got a man and he hits him in stride. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Giants win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.